Aloha mai kākou. A Kamamari Curtain Call, a program of reviews, previews, interviews, and features of and or with the great art and artists on Maui and beyond. I'm Paul James Brown. The Noʻeau Visual Arts Center's latest exhibit is a celebration of photography as a storytelling medium. Entitled Ahe Mano ke Kuanaʻike, 1,000 words, in her juror statement, one of the best and most thoughtful I have seen, be sure to read it in the exhibit catalog, artist juror Gwen Arkin said, quote, "The most compelling photographs don't simply capture a scene, they enable the viewer to experience but also transcend that moment," unquote. For the juror's choice, Ms. Arkin selected this image by Donnette-Gene Wilson of a 1960 sculpture by great modern artist Alberto Giacometti, Walking Man 2, at the National Gallery in Washington, D.C. In the unaltered photo entitled, quote, "Step in Time," unquote, the sculpture appears to be part of the group bringing up the rear. In the lower left of the photo is a portion of an Alexander Calder mobile. The lines in the skylight and the windows conspire to enhance the perspective that is reinforced by the ceiling beam, which reflects the 6 paintings the viewers and the sculpture appear to be passing by. The gait of the group, including the sculpture, give motion to the group. The viewer can almost see their movement. There is definitely a story here. Ms. Wilson tells us this is, quote, "an unaltered photo," unquote, to let us know there are no Photoshop tricks here. Honorable mention went to Michael Takemoto, who has 3 pieces in the show. As we have grown to expect from Mr. Takimoto, he has a completely unique take on photography. The one that captured Ms. Arkin's favor is this breathtaking series of portraits of his equally talented wife, Ray, on what appear to be green tea leaves. He calls the media chlorophyll prints. Entitled Ray, 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 it must have been a very difficult decision for Ms. Arkin to choose between Ms. Gene Wilson's work, which is classic photography. The artist sees something and captures it with the unerring eye of the camera, where this piece is revolutionary, taking photography to another realm. I wish Mr. Takimoto eschewed the frame and hung these on the wall as they are. Mr. Takimoto's other 2 works are equally intriguing. This photocopy and encaustic Aloha Poi Dog Airlines for Daryl is an homage to the late gallery director of the Schaefer International Gallery at the Maui Arts and Cultural Center, Daryl Orwig, who was known for his poi dog sculptures and love of airplanes. Here is Jeff's Tiki. It is also a photocopy encaustic. The texture makes it look like a charcoal drawing. Hedley Gustafson, a new artist to me, submitted Dolls, photocomposite haiku, which she describes as digital photo print on Hanamula ultrasoft archival paper. This photo grabbed me and asked to be looked at. The eyes of the doll are completely beguiling, and the angel playing the ook just adds to the mystery of this piece. There is such a story there in keeping with the show's theme. Talk about drama and also looking like a section from a Renaissance master. Here is Ms. Gustafson's self-portrait film still photo illustration. She uses the same media for an entirely different but no less or even more so attracting effect. Jenna Thacker captured the spirit of Paia in this photo on metal. It looks like an impressionist painting. Obviously, for Ms. Thacker, the spirit of Paia is surfing, and I think many would agree. Paulo Mendez's work takes water and turns it into an impressionistic image. Here is red. Then this one uses a sunset on the water to produce this most painterly image. Called Orange Sunset, the artist modestly refers to the medium as photography. Zach Bazzillo specializes in photographing nature in the wild as if he were in the studio. He consistently produces stunning images of rare flora. Here he has captured the unmatched beauty of the mohihihi, ohai, and aviki-viki, also labeled as photography. Daniel Sullivan and Dr. Lauren Dierenfeld love mountains. Here is Mr. Sullivan's Frozen Plant Antarctica, a sublimation print. Quote, "Sublimation is a method of printing that transfers a design into a material or fabric using ink and heat. The effects are permanent and less prone to fading, as the ink is embedded in the fabric or substrate rather than simply laying on top like a normal print," unquote. Besides being a respected neurologist, Dr. Dierenfeld is a pilot and a fine photographer. He captured this photo on metal image of the early morning on East Molokai. He calls it East Molokai Awakening. This image by Cameron Nelson is called Lifeline. Mr. Nelson identifies the medium as photo. However, this is a lot more than a photo. As best as I can tell, because the artist has no additional explanation, it appears to be photomicrography of some structure in the body. It is an arresting image. In Leap of Faith, Mr. Nelson employs a fisheye lens to capture the moment this subject's feet, who has presumably leaped from the cliff, touched the water, leaving the viewer with a profound conundrum. How do you do that? Cuts Both Ways is an encaustic mixed media depicting a head being split in two by Ladini Kandar. There is more than 1,000 words to this story, that's for sure. This cyanotype by Ms. Kandar is called Moonchild. Here is another mysterious work by this artist in an entirely different medium. Most impressive. Brooks Auchincloss has characterized what many of us went through these past 2 years in this powerful image that has almost a photographic negative quality to it. Entitled My Year Inside, it captures brilliantly the confusion, danger, and lack of focus we went through during the pandemic. A stark image of an anthurium against the blue sky by Tasha Yarmacht, entitled Sunbathing, is a study in how complex simplicity can be. I don't know where Megan Wement found this. By the palm trees, it appears to be someplace in Hawaii. But where and who? Is that a sign on a house? That is what it appears to be. The artist titled this, quote, "Stay awake, be ready," unquote. It is a digital photo. This was another one where the artist successfully grabbed the viewer's attention. Opti Orb, her second piece, is a clever puzzle. I wonder where she found this one. It looks like something from a sci-fi movie. Ms. Wement has a most adventurous spirit and a knack for finding the original. Richard Marks is still working in film. This magnificent capture of some dolphins deep diving called Flow demonstrates the remarkable quality of film. This photo on canvas almost has a pointillist quality to it. It is a most painterly photo. Ray Masters' muse in this show are flowers on the water. Here is floating plumeria number 7. The placement of the blossom and the sun gives this photo an otherworldly quality. When I first looked at it, I didn't see the flower at all because of the charcoal color to the petals caused by the extreme light behind it. The work is a giclée printed on canvas, and here is floating rose number 3. This is a subject with infinite possibilities. Mr. Masters has found a niche that has virtually no limits. Both of these works are museum-worthy. Excellent. A word to the photographers. Why put reflective glass on your pictures? It makes it very difficult for the viewer to see what you have created. Invest in non-reflective glass if you feel the need to display your photos covered in glass. Better yet, don't cover them at all. This is a pet peeve. Ahe Mano ke Kuanaʻike, 1,000 Words, continues at the Noʻeau Visual Arts Center, 2841 Baldwin Avenue, Makawao, until May 13th, Wednesday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, call 572-6560 or go to their website, www.huinoeau.com. Well, that's Curtain Call for this week. Thanks for tuning in. Next week, James Kimo Nevius will be filling in for me with a review of Maui's first professional production of A Streetcar Named Desire by Tennessee Williams, who is celebrating his 111th birthday, and directed by Sally Sefton. Opening on March 31st at Pro Arts Playhouse. Tickets are available at 463-6550 or at www.proartsmaui.com. Hope you will take this masterpiece of the American theater in. Slava Ukraini. Ahui ho!